one, Ron.
On second down, it's Jones.
Yeah. He gonna score easy. We finna score easy.
He's gonna get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
We finna score easy. We finna score easy.
One of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Cooper was the target there. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Man, come on, Adam.
And this one's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Baby, look, they made me fall. They'll pick 6.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
I'll give
He
it
is
7 yards.
met in
Give me
his
7 yards. Give me 7
tracks
yards.
behind
Give
the
me field
line
goal,
of
baby.
scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Outside.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. This is Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Hey, we are.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On second down, Elliott. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's got this one midfield into Cowboy territory. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah, he open. Slide open.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers. And gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers going to throw.
Under
a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dontari Poe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's Jones. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. We get slap happy up here sometimes. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
We're going to 54. Why is? 91 is the mic. Focus, defense, focus.
26. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they take a knee. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. This is fielded at the goal line.
Oh, shit.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the third time in 4 NFL seasons.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there.
Good call. Touchdown. Good call, baby. Oh, yeah.
Packers.
Touchdown that weekend defense,
Aaron
man.
Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Slide in.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move. 4 down, 4 down.
26.
Draw play, Elliott. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 31-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Elliott. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Kenny Clark. And the Packers D comes up with a
we
big
been so
stop.
easy. Nah, they finna give him a pink stick, bro. Watch that easy dumb
They'll
man
start
shit.
out on the ground.
He can't stop the run, 50. He can't stop the run.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He can't stop the run, 50.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it
Yeah,
down.
go ahead.
Definitely, you want to bleed
Go
things
ahead.
out at this point, right?
Go ahead.
Continue to
Go
possess the
ahead.
football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to
Go
use
ahead.
timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking
Make it look
charge.
easy, AR.
It's a
Make it look
gain of
easy,
12,
baby.
and the Packers have the
Right there.
first. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I got him. Hey, man. Have him be an AR.
Again, it's Jones.
Have him be an AR. AJ.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards.
Go with the weekend now. Go with the weekend. Quarterback over there.
Go in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Complete. This is Lewis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
I'll take that at the 20. Yes, sir. I'll take that.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Throwing again on second down. Prescott.
Touchdown.
Prescott.
Oh, God.
Just pick it up. And he'll take this down
game
inside
over,
the
man.
15-yard line.
That is suspect, man. Damn, that was a touchdown, man. That nigga can get my pick seat, bro.
Now after the fumble recovery.
Good block. Good block. Touchdown. Good block.
And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
When Aaron Rodgers went over, hey, look, that damn running back picked
Can't give up
that blitz
anything
up.
cheap and easy.
Shit's right.
That could put you in some jeopardy.
Get that nigga a goose egg,
Extra
bro.
point up and
That nigga
good
getting
by
that's all I'm
Crosby.
giving out this year, bro.
14-0.
To users, bro. All users getting goose egg.
That's fielded in the end zone.
All motherfucking users getting goose egg,
This
bro.
will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Nigga, this shit over with, nigga.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope
Y'all like it right
not
now. I
Not
give
at
it 20
all,
y'all.
because we're talking about the NFL and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete.
Crazy.
Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A second down throw for Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Watch it, 50.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Prescott now is complete to the tight end Clay. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On play action, Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance.
This is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And that kneel down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
What exactly complicated was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Green Bay, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head back home next week.